Hey yo, what is up guys? It has been a minute since I've made a video. I've been really exhausted and really busy lately, but yeah, I have video plans coming. I have a vlog coming. I have another wrestling video coming, and hopefully a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video and another anime video coming, and maybe a BioShock video. Anyways, not what you guys are here for. We're here today to talk about Crown Jewel, the 2021 Crown Jewel. And I actually feel that this is the best Saudi show they've ever done. I think the only thing else close to this was it Crown Jewel in 2019? Yeah, I think it was the one they did where The Fiend won the world championship. And yeah, I think that I don't really remember else. There was like Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair on the show. Anyways, let's talk about it. Show opened up with the Hell in a Cell match between Edge and Seth Rollins, and I'm just going to say it, I felt this was their weakest match out of their three matches. I felt their SmackDown match was better, and I felt their SummerSlam match was way better than this. Reason is because there was a lot of like spots where I didn't really buy the kickouts or anything like that, where like the senton off the ladder I felt was kind of dumb, and he just kicked out of that. Then Edge gets kicked in the face with the chain, and then he's able to get out of it, out of the stomp, and yeah. So it's kind of funny how people all like shit on like Brock Lesnar for beating people, but Edge just goes and beats a prime Seth Rollins here, and no one bats an eyelash. Whatever, they can probably have a couple matches down the line here. I wouldn't really complain, but I don't know. I'll have to watch SmackDown still and see where everything goes. But yeah, I wasn't in love with this match. Everything was good up until the senton off the ladder for me, and then it kind of fell off. But Seth got hit with this wild spot where he bounced off the cage. But yeah, in other words, I felt like their first two matches were a lot better than this. It's just, I didn't really like the last two parts. I know a lot of people love this match, but you know how I am. So next up, we also got a really good match between Mustafa Ali and Mansoor. This match was really good, just a really good match. Hometown crowd for Mansoor, and yeah, I can't really say much about it. It was just a good match. I hope they get back together as a tag team at some point in time. I actually did enjoy their tag team work, but maybe they get branched off and they go and have a few more matches, or they continue a feud or something. I don't know. Let's see where they go from here. RKBro versus AJ Styles and Omas. I feel like this is the best match that AJ Styles, Omas, and RK-Bro have had. It was a lot of fun. What did I say? Well, yeah, the crowd was insanely into this match. That's what I remember most about it. And yeah, the thing is, I wonder what they're going to do with AJ Styles now, because I kind of want to see him wrestle for the championship again. I'm ready to see him go back up the card, but have him and Omos still be together, but just have AJ wrestle for the belt. That's what I would want to see, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for, but we'll see how she goes, because we got Roman Reigns versus Big E at next month's pay-per-view at Survivor Series, so maybe we'll see what we get from there. Next up, we got Zelina Vega versus Doodrop. Probably one of the worst matches on the show, I would say. Happy Zelina Vega won. I don't really care for Doodrop too much. Yeah, happy for Zelina Vega. She's quite an attractive chick, so good on her. Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley. I thought this was everything as good as it could have been. I don't hate Goldberg. The whole internet just like hates Goldberg. I don't actually hate Goldberg. I just don't really care to see him wrestle anymore. I think that's just kind of how I feel. I don't mind him coming out. I just don't care to see him beating Bobby Lashley anymore. I don't know. It just doesn't. I understand for the fans, and there's a lot of WCW fans who probably like it and stuff like that. I, for one, personally do not care. I thought this was a good match. It's like one of those old-time matches where they have the guy who's old and he can't really work anymore, so they have him just go out and hit everyone with garbage cans and steel chairs so they can still get the crowd reaction and everything like that, because they can't really do too much anymore. Not that Goldberg could do much in the beginning, but obviously now he's a lot older. But yeah, this match was about as good as it could have been. Finn Balor versus Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods lives out his dream of becoming King of the Ring, so congratulations to him. Again, I thought this was a solid match. Nothing too good. Nothing really to say about. Just a really good wrestling match right here, and good for Xavier Woods. Drew McIntyre versus Big E. I thought this was the best match of the night, actually. That in my opinion, it was. And I love Drew McIntyre. Just such an old school wrestler right here. Just a guy who, like, I mentioned how Kenny Omega's a mix between a high flyer and a technical wrestler. Whereas Drew McIntyre, he's a mix between a technical wrestler, so he's very, very technical, but he also uses power moves and stuff like that. So he's the mix of a powerhouse and a technical wrestler, which I absolutely love. He just looks like $1,000,000. I might actually think he's the best wrestler in the world right now, no cap. Because I know a lot of people say Roman Reigns is just the best, but Roman Reigns is a heel, and he couldn't get over as a babyface. Drew McIntyre got over as a babyface and a heel. So I'm going to give Drew McIntyre the edge in that regard. So, yeah, I actually love this match. Really good match. This is probably the best thing on the show. I would recommend checking it out. So, yeah, that was probably my favorite thing on the show, was this. Then we got Becky Lynch versus Bianca Bellaire versus Sasha Banks. Again, this is a really good match. It just picked up halfway through, and everything was really, really good. I like the ending with like everyone scrambling for the pinfall, and then Sasha got caught. But yeah, there was a lot of moments in this where I thought like Sasha could have won, or I thought Bianca could have won, and I didn't actually know, because it's like, oh well, they let Sasha win, and she goes and unifies with Charlotte on SmackDown, or does Becky retain and they go with Becky versus Charlotte, which is probably what they're gonna do at Survivor Series. And then they're gonna go with, so we probably won't be getting the end off to this Bianca Belaire Becky Lynch thing till the day one pay-per-view of the new year. But yeah, so I was actually pretty stoked about that. So I thought this was actually a really good match here. Lastly, we have the main event. The big money draw of the show was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, and I'm gonna say this is probably their second best match. I think that's a fair statement. I'd put it right behind, obviously, their first best match is WrestleMania 31. Kind of crazy how they just topped off so early that they had like their best match at WrestleMania 31. I find that really interesting. That they could not top that match is just so crazy that they couldn't top it. I guess like Brock Lesnar and John Cena's best match was their Extreme Rules match, but that also wasn't even their first match. So whatever you guys want to say. Anyways, yeah, I thought this was a good match again. A solid way to end off the show. A solid storytelling from both guys. Brock trying to hit all the suplexes and stuff, and Roman constantly getting out of it. And I like the fact that Brock was selling, and it was a lot more. I don't know. I like the match a lot better than Brock just being so dominant and just destroying whoever was in his path. I like that he actually had to he was in there with someone on his level and could work with them. That I really liked, and I like the new hairstyle. I like the new look, and yeah, he probably got made a lot of money for this. So I'm thinking they are going to have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. I think they're going to do a sequel to this. I think that makes the most sense, is that Brock's going to come back at the day one pay-per-view, and they're going to build to that match, and then something somewhere, because I don't think we're done seeing this just yet. I think this is going to be a little bit longer, but I still want to see Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania next year. That's what I want to see. But you never know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Or maybe this is going to be a longer-term storyline that plays out. I don't know. Anyways, let me guys know what you thought of the show down below. I know I'm up with this review a little late, but better late than never. All right. Peace out, guys.